Hey guys! Welcome to Anime Flicks. Here's the top 30 things that we guarantee you didn't know about the anime Black Clover. And lastly, be sure to stay tuned until the end because these hidden facts get more insane as you watch on. Number 1. The original name was Asta. The mystery behind his original name is intriguing. He grew up in an orphanage, but he did not know his name, and after that everyone knew his original name, Steria. The origins of Asta and Yuno in the early manga remain a mystery. What we do know is that he was left in an orphanage in the village of the Hage shortly after Asta was born. We have seen him grow up with other children in the orphanage. There are few traces of his original family, and all we have is Asta in the manga. But it all goes back to the pilot episode of the anime series. Yuno and Asta clearly had different nicknames. It is now clear that Asta's name is Steria. It is named after a flower, which means star in Greek, so it does not need much explanation. Number 2. Yuno is the rebirth of the Son of Light. This was revealed in an arc after the anime series. It shows that Lich's goal is to revive the souls of all those who died at human hands. All of these souls have a little boy who is born to Lich's fiancée. Soon the spirits built a house over Yuno's body and granted him great powers to resist things like elves. Number 3. Yuno is the youngest mana zone user. Using mana in the world of Black Clover was a great achievement and could only be achieved by a powerful wizard. We have seen Yuno save the prince and use it to become the youngest person in history in the world of Black Clover. In the mana area, it helps wizards manipulate spells in their space to capture and use spells. Not only the mana area than usual, but makes the magic stronger, but it also has the physical abilities of magic. Number 4. Asta was able to keep the magic on his sword. If you are an avid observer, you may remember the second sword that Asta raised against Mars, a soldier of the Diamond King. This new sword allows Asta to steal his opponent's spells. The character didn't show much of his sword, but it's still one of the strongest weapons that can leave unprotected. Asta's sword resembled his magical weapon. He can keep all his spells, Grimoire gives him magically with his sword. He has a magical talent, but soldiers have allowed him to use magic in the right way. He was magical with his abilities. Number 5. Yuno was attacked by the Magic Knight leader. Since the opening of Black Clover, Yuno has played the strongest and most talented role and is constantly growing. However, we haven't received the full version of Yuno until the Royal Magic Knight test. Yuno confronts a new young captain, Rill in the Azure Deer Squad. The two fought each other in a fierce battle. But, of course, Yuno wins until he tricks Rill into breaking the team's mirror, giving Yuno when it comes to hitting Magic Captain. Number 6. The Black Clover Overlord will be revealed alone in the opening episode. Probably the most hated truth here, but it was Black Clover in a show that featured the last boss several times at the beginning of the show. Fans loved to theorize and put it into practice when the boss arrived. However, this move from the studio built by Pierrot has not been well accepted. Manga fans will definitely be disappointed with these discoveries, and if you are thinking of reading manga first, we will cover it. Number 7. Enemy soldiers trained Asta. In the earlier episode, Asta interacted with the scroll and learned a lot with his sword. Train in the Diamond Kingdom. But then he received military training. During the Magic Knight test, he understood how to use training. It also strengthens his abilities. Everyone knows Asta received a sword from Grimoire's face, and we've seen Asta practice his entire life. But I hadn't seen him use any type of sword, and yet when I drew the sword, it turned very smoothly while I was practicing all of my life. This case is explained in a later section. It turns out that Asta actually learned these skills from someone on the enemy side. It is revealed that Fanzel Kruger, a former soldier in the Diamond Kingdom, has escaped from the Diamond Kingdom soldier and met Asta along the way. Fanzel Kruger trained Asta on how to use the blade while helping Asta dodge the Diamond Kingdom soldiers. Number 8. Yuno is not like Charmy thinks he is. I must say that the I don't care position in many Yuno areas does not apply to most women. Yuno had looks and talent, but Charmy turned to him from the very first meeting. Here, you can see a completely different Yuno as it reflects his love. Charmy sees Yuno as a respected prince who prevents food from being destroyed during the battle. Even Yuno was always warm and friendly, which is unlikely to him. Number 9. Manga is better than anime. If you have read the anime, you can agree. In the first episode of the anime, Black Clover has been upgraded at its peak. As he progressed, fans were disappointed by comparing him to former series like Naruto, Bleach, and Tokyo Ghoul, who are a no-brainer. On the other hand, the anime is very good. But it's slower than the manga. The anime had a lot of animation stuffing that took a long time to develop. Number 10. Asta was a detective. Many fans are aware of Asta's police side, like Kagemigami's character with some supernatural powers. In the crossover series, Asta joins a detective club. So the detective's journey begins here. He has no spiritual strength, but sometimes he does so in a unique way. His fans are fans of his police side. There is also an edge with other manga in Black Clover's first chapter. The fans of Black Clover remember that is working together with Kagemigami of Toshiaki Iwashiro. Number 11. The Spirit of the Wind takes Yuno to a whole new level. In the first arc of the anime, you can see Asta and Yuno searching for the treasures of the Clover Kingdom with their group. One of those treasures is an energy element called silva that gives Yuno magic. Incredibly strong, he can reach high levels of wind magic. Throughout the series, you will see Yuno trying to control the magic of the wind at the same level as silva. Number 12. Asta can sense ki. We do not know how many times to repeat, but that's the point of the show. There is no magic of any kind in Asta. His abilities are not only based on various forgings. Black Bull's Captain Yami Sukehiro teaches him a new technique in the arc of Asta confronting the eyes of the sun at midnight. Basically, this technology allowed Asta to recognize the vitality of its surroundings and move faster than usual. The new technology only makes Asta more dangerous than it really is when it comes to head-to-head fighting. Number 13. Asta is like the show's creator. In a 2017 Weekly Shonen Jump interview, Black Clover author Yuki Tabata was asked which character he most resembles. Tabata soon realized that it was none other than Asta, the show's best-matched protagonist. Interesting facts were further supported when Tabata's editor, Katayama, agreed in the same interview with the writer about Tabata's positive attitude and how he could not stand up. Number 14. Yuno received one of the incredibly rare grimoires. Yes, we are talking about a 4-leaf grimoire. As soon as he reached the 4-leaf grimoire, which was considered very rare in the world of Black Clover, Yuno's magical abilities appeared on the screen. Once again, Yuno succeeded in being one of the highest scriptures of all. Eventually, Yuno's power went beyond what others could do with anime. Number 15. Asta is a ladies' man. As mentioned earlier, Yuno's rude attitude and I don't care are hopeless when it's about women. Nevertheless, Asta's openness and honesty have certainly attracted many women. There are Black Bull's partner Noelle, Golden Dawn Mimosa, and a simple girl Rebecca in town, but he has a nun's heart. Surprisingly, despite being offended by other things, Asta was with quite a few women who followed him. Number 16. Yuno is more popular. Like other anime stories, everyone loves the mysterious black-haired character. It is noted that Eno, without being promoted to Asta, was in the dark. His silence behind the mystery also created a curiosity wave for fans. Therefore, Yuno's character in this anime series is compared to other celebrities by many people and fans like Sasuke and Vegeta in Naruto's Dragon Ball series. Many fans say that their favorite character is Yuno. He was not promoted very much, but finding the best tactics is a mystery that surrounds them. As his character grows, he is not too spoiled. He has always been compared to Sasuke and Vegeta and is mainly described as the most interesting character in the anime. Number 17. Yuno relies on Asta. Thanks to Yuno's inherited talent, he may have seen him acting religiously in this anime series. But this isn't all a few years ago when he and Asta grew up as children. Yuno always wanted Asta to find him that because of Asta being beaten. Once upon a time, Yuno's necklace was stolen as a child. Asta then went to town to bring it back, but Asta was seriously injured and beaten. But he was able to return it to his friend as he promised. Number 18. Asta can destroy curses. Everyone knows the ability of Asta's sword to destroy all kinds of spells. This sword allows Asta to take his enemies to the physical field. Asta has used this ability several times. There was a time when an opponent held Asta's sword in his body and could not use Asta. The effort slowed the enemy much slower than usual, as the sword killed the ability to use magic for some time. The original weapon negates the magic effect. But they sometimes get help from Asta because his magic allows him to destroy curses. Also, his sword empowered him. Also, he was able to destroy the entire curse placed. Asta could not find a way to develop his magical powers, but this does not mean that he relied only on a ferocious sword strike during the arc. Captain Black Bull, who is Yami Sukehiro, taught Asta the new techniques when he encountered the Midnight Sun for the first time that helped him in his transformation. This allows you to discover the liveliness of the people around you. This allows Asta to respond and attack faster than normal humans, making him a more dangerous threat in proper combat. Therefore, it is a good idea to be able to apply knowledge and skills from foreign countries and cultures. Number 19. Yuno was actually the head of the Sword Kingdom. Yuno came from an orphanage and grew up with Asta and other children in the village, but he was always a gentleman. It is presumed that the motif of this speculate was actually a prince of the Kingdom of Spades. Yuno's parents were attacked by the Zograti's brothers, urging him to take him to a place where he could grow up peacefully, and brought an orphanage to the village of Hage. Number 20. There is a devil in Asta. It has been mentioned many times that Black Clover is very similar to many other great anime titles, especially Naruto, the same story as the dog who became the magical king, or where Naruto became Hokage. The fact cannot be ignored, and, like the fact that Naruto has a nine-tailed fox inside, even Asta has someone to live with inside. The only difference between Naruto and Asta is that Asta has never fought this demon. Asta noticed that this dark energy was awakening during the battle. Instead of letting the devil do the work, Asta decides to rule him alone. Asta refused to hand over his body, giving him the ability to resist magic and transforming him for the first time. This is not technically new, as Naruto has a nine-tailed demon fox inside it, but everyone had to fight the inner forces for control, which was not the same as Asta. The little magic knight felt the dark energy that awoke in him during his battle with his enemies, and decided to control the demons around him instead of giving up, she decided. Asta refused to give up his body and instead was given access to Satan's anti-magic abilities, which earned him his first transformation. Number 21. You can jump straight to the story. If you want to watch it early, the manga is out now, I warn you, but it is long, with 129 chapters. It is fun to look forward to comparing TV series to the original stories and see how well they fit together. In a 2017 interview with Yuki Tabata for Weekly Shonen Jump and Jump Festa in December, Viz employees asked the creators about their favorite characters in their series. Surprisingly, Tabata admitted that the character who most closely resembles her is Asta, the main character of the series. Even more surprisingly, Tabata editor Katayama immediately agreed with him in the same interview because he was relentlessly positive and could not sit still. I think that is a way to show lots of pages everywhere. Number 22. The rhythm of slow motion. You may be able to access more stories at a slower pace. PRO is a studio that brings original and popular manga stories from a slow start into the animation world for anime manga fans. It starts out slowly, so it makes sense for the clown to follow the original pattern. The manga hides a few facts, and to be fair, the clowns pull off the plot a little bit completely, and while the pace is undeniably slow, they have spoilers ahead of the manga. Number 23. The boss will be revealed soon. Perhaps one of the biggest problems some fans have with Black Clover is having their boss appearing on TV so fast. This is something most anime fans like to allow them to take the time to come up with their own theory and try to understand it. This is only half the fun, but this PRO movement bothered a lot of audiences, especially those who read the manga. You'd better keep it a secret. Number 24. Black Clover, Tokyo Ghoul, Bleach are all alike. The only thing that immediately stood out with Black Clover is the fact that the plot was revealed in the first place, as Pierrot did the same with Bleach and Tokyo Ghoul. That's okay, as some viewers want to know, others want to arouse a little suspicion. The conclusion is that the animation has not shown its full potential. Number 25. Black Clover contains a lot of fillers. Some viewers were quick to point out that Black Clover has more filler for writing compared to the manga. The two do not have the same flow. A good example of this is a flashback written in an anime, which is 16 minutes long and takes only 2 pages of text. This happened very early in the series before and after the second part, and the padding feature is that it provides more background and extends the life of the series. Number 26. Asta's yelling. The hero was screaming out loud all the time. This is yet another criticism of viewers who want to see a little restraint and contrast. It is best to use a loud, strong voice to emphasize a particular point or moment in the story. However, overdoing it will reduce performance, and we hope the writers and director will soon soften this aspect of the anime. Number 27. Animation did not develop so fast. The Black Clover animation is reminiscent of the original release. There is no cross-motion animation, it is thrown and stiff together. Some rigorous reviewers recommend high-quality CGI because the animation is not smooth. But perhaps that's the developer's intent. It is like going back to the early 2000s, so let's just say it's intentional. Number 28. The protagonist follows Naruto's tradition. One of the most notable things about Black Clover anime is that Yuno, like Sasuke, is an popular character. Asta went a long way like Naruto and worked with some audiences, but others realized it was flawed and thought it needed to be updated and made more modern. There are various reviews, some of which have been severely criticized, but some people think it is worth a look. Number 29. Asta's hidden features. Asta was the only one who ignored his power. It was strange how he gained strength. Also, the sword contained strange magic, and its unique spell resonated with power and attracted the attention of the audience. Asta gained physical strength through physical training. The reversal of magical effects changes from normal to extraordinary. His madness and mental abilities make him unique. Number 30. Asta's creativity. Asta is not strong enough, but every fan wants to know more about Asta. His psychological abilities helped him master magic. His creativity cast a shadow over the other characters in the series, and his feelings and expressions melted the fans' hearts.